What it do? Newbies, you are not in the wrong place. You are, of course, where the lifers roam, and the lifers will tell you this is none other than the Life Be Lifing podcast. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You are hosted by none other than your favorite coach's favorite coach, your favorite fat freckle man, the big dog himself. Who? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Shout out to Mimi the goddess in her absence. You know what I'm saying? I'm still on hiatus. Lifers was good with y'all. How y'all week going? Hey, for those of you in the lifeline, um, for those of you in the lifeline, I put last week that I wanted to know because I always talk about the fact that you can't pour out of an empty cup. I wanted to know what y'all was pouring in y'all cups to help y'all get through the week. I got some different answers. You know what I'm saying? Let me see if I could bring them up and we can review them. Let's see if they're gonna let me bring them up. I don't know what's going on. Why it's not letting me bring it up. Hold on. Hold on. How's everybody week going? Everybody good? I hope so. If not, I hope y'all get good. You know what I mean? Um, as I was even saying to me with the goddess as we spoke earlier, life is indeed too short. So you know, enjoy while you can and make the most of it. What is going on? Why is not letting me check in with the lifeline? Hold on. This joint wilding on me a little bit. Is this a meta issue? I tried on my laptop. I'm trying on my phone. And it's not bringing up the lifeline. I know we ain't been sabotaged out this piece. I know we ain't. Hell nah, I know we ain't. They ain't gonna give it to us like that. Not like that. Hold on, let me check this one more time for the one time. All right, there we go. That's wild. That was gonna be nutty. So I'm gonna share some of y'all answers. I won't say names. I won't say names just in case people didn't want me to. So what I asked y'all was, what would y'all be pouring into your cup metaphorically to help you through the week? And I hope y'all did do the things that y'all said y'all was going to do. So starting off, we got sleep and relaxation, definitely good. Grace was another one. Time and patience, health, wealth, boundaries, meditation, priorities, and peace. Health, prayer, perseverance. And one person said, "Damn, I gotta give this one some thought." Never got back to me on it. But I hope that if you were not able, if you saw it and you was unable to answer it yourself, like one of my homies was, um, that hopefully you took something from somebody else. Because I mean, we pouring into this cup, but that's the whole point of the lifeline, right? And so that we have this community cup, so we can pour into each other and help benefit each other along life's way. That's really the whole point of the entire lifeline. Um, so if you couldn't come up with your own answer, I hope somebody else's answer helped you along the way. Still waiting for folks to get into the chat. I ain't gonna lie, man. Facebook seemed like it be doing me wicked. I put a post out trying to get, you know what I'm saying, make sure I could get some ladies in the chat for tonight. Man, when I say that thing was dead by the time I came back to it, I mean deceased. Like I don't think anybody saw it. I genuinely don't think a soul saw it. Breaks my heart. Breaks my heart. Breaks my heart. So because of that, we gonna see how this episode goes because I had an episode, I had a topic ready, but honestly, it did require, some of the lady lifers to be in the chat for it to really grab, have any legs for the conversation to go. I've noticed that we've had weeks where the lady lifers be in the chat and stuff like that, and we've had some good conversations. But to last couple of weeks ain't been a lot of y'all, ain't been enough of y'all. Where y'all at? What's going on? Where y'all at? And I've had conversations specifically with y'all in mind. You know what I'm saying? Trying to make sure that I'll let y'all know y'all appreciate it, that y'all your thoughts are valued. Um and you ain't been here to, you know what I'm saying? To take advantage of that. What's up with the what's up? Trying to make sure that the rest of Facebook can indeed can indeed see that we are live. Uh, add a couple of people because, like I said, right now it seems as though um, even the people who follow the page, who typically look, listen. When Myron ain't getting a notification, I know something's going wrong. When the top chatter didn't get a notification that we was on, I know Meta doing me filthy. Okay, that's when I know. That's when I know something ain't right. So I'm gonna throw some ats out there, see who all gonna slide, see who all gonna slide. Make sure, like I said, make sure I invite a couple of the women's to come along and join us during this conversation. You feel me? But let's see. This week for me has been solid, man. I can't complain too much. I had the pleasure Monday of watching both my boys play soccer, man. Um, Super cool for me, honestly. As much as I'm a basketball guy, I've been a basketball coach for since what, 2007? Yeah, been a basketball coach since 2007. Neither of my boys is playing basketball, but seeing them play, whatever sport they want to play. Like I'm not that guy. I wasn't here to, have my kid live my through my kids, live my dream through them. So whatever they wanted to do, as long as they was gonna be active, um, I'm here to support it. I'm sliding with it. So seeing them both play. My youngest son, his team won his game. My oldest son didn't, but I got to see my oldest son play more confidently, play a little bit more physical. Matter of fact, he came off the bench and literally the first thing he did, because they was going for a kick off the side, inbound kick off the side, and the first thing he did was run from wherever he was on the field once that ball was in the air and tried to get a header. And I'm sitting here like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Wait a minute. Not only are you bold enough to go take that shot, you got up and you went for a header. Okay. Okay. So, very proud dad moment for me. Very proud dad moment for me. You know what I'm saying? Even though his team couldn't get the win, just to see him be so aggressive, man. Like that's my thing. I just want you to, I just want you to play it as hard as you possibly can. I just want you to show heart, giving me 100%. And however that goes is however it goes. Sometimes it's not always gonna go the way you want. It's not always gonna end up in the dub. But as long as you was giving it 100, man, excuse me. As long as you was giving it 100, everything from there, I'm cool with. Honestly, I'm cool with everything from there on. Then, if you lose every game that season, but you played the best you could, I'm gonna cheer just as loudly. I ain't gonna hold you. Should I be upset when even if you win, if you blow out a team, but I see you was sitting there just trotting up and down the field, not really working hard, I'm gonna be upset with you. I ain't gonna hold you. That's the kind of way I was as a coach and even as a player with my teammates. You know what I mean? If you was just out on the court going through the motions while I'm here out here, you know, uh grinding to try to help us win. When we win, I kind of look at you sideways. I got more I got more affinity for the guy who never got off the bench, the person who, they jersey and they warm ups is still dry, but they was cheering for us the whole time during the game. You know what I'm saying? They was active, they was with it. So that's when it's different. I realized I got my producer title and not my host title up. You know what I'm saying? Let me let me modify that right quick. Cause yes, I do have two yes, I do have two what you say personas. Yes, there's the coach and there is the producer. Yes, I wear both hats, but still I gotta approach things in a different type of way. You heard? Let's see who else. Uh, 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 um, let's see who else. All right, let's just get this out for now and see who we could draw in because I know there ain't no lifers in the chat yet. How wild is that? How wild is that? Almost 15 minutes in and no lifers in the chat. What is what is life? What is life? Nah, not what is life. What is podcasting? Eh? What is podcasting if I ain't got nobody to talk to? What we doing? But yeah, that was definitely a joy for me. I'm sitting there talking about not pouring out of an empty cup, and in my rush to get past all the technical difficulties that I was dealing with, come to find out, I ain't got my cup. Let me rectify that. Give me one moment. Are we back? Yeah, the angle didn't change. I didn't need y'all to see all that in my living room. Yeah, I had to see all that. My bad. My bad. Just had to make sure. You know what I'm saying? To make sure Cuppington was present. So in the meantime, between time. Let's see if there's any interesting posts that I could talk about in the meantime, between time. For one, I ain't gonna get too much into it, but I know y'all done seen most of y'all done seen the whole Dame Dash and Breakfast Club thing. Dame just been going outside for the past couple years now. He been going outside. Um, and it lack of self awareness will do that to you, though. Lack of self awareness will do that to you. At some point, you got to recognize who you are and who you ain't in life. Hold on, something. A couple of these courses getting tangled up, and I cannot have that. I cannot have that because the last thing I need is equipment fall down, go boom. You know what I mean? I can't allow it. I can't allow it. Okay, now we got a couple people in the chat. Let's see what's here. Sonny, Myron, what's good, folks? Thank y'all for joining the brother. I was lonely without y'all. Um, I was just I was just scrolling and looking at some posts here in the meantime before I could get to the topic since nobody was in here and I didn't want to talk about the topic to myself or the topic that I initially had. But how y'all folks doing? Good to see y'all. Good to see y'all. Your top chatter in the building. Top chatter in the building. Yeah. Y'all know who the top chatter is if y'all been here before. Newbies. Myron is the top chatter in the Life Be Life in chat. He's earned that title. And we got my dog Sonny in the building. You know what I'm saying? From GFT Radio. Sex with Sonny. You know what I'm saying? Unreservedly us, you heard. And also one of my teammates, one of my castmates, whatever you want to call us, you know what I'm saying, for the Philly Podcast Link Live. Speaking of which, speaking of which, you good? You came here for the questions? Sonny, I appreciate you. If you know some other ladies you could tag in, send the YouTube too. Cause yeah, I really want some women's answers on this because I've been asking a couple of questions and getting a couple of answers and I just want to know if it's just something I ain't to understand or ain't meant for me to be understanding, but it's definitely woo. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I feel like it's contradicting some information I've been given before by women prior and by the internet as well. So yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely got. It's not a lot of questions, but it's a couple. Y'all hearing me clearly? Everybody hearing me clearly? I'm not saying a staticky, faded, nothing like that. Been using some new equipment for the past couple of weeks, so I'm still trying to get the hang of it. Let's see. Uh, what's good with you, though, Myron? Hope all is well, brother. Yeah, 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 yeah. Excuse me. I don't know where this cough is coming from, but yeah, I'm hoping some more ladies get in this chat tonight so we could get into it. Cause man, I just I just don't be understanding. I just don't be understanding sometimes. Y'all what Beanie Siegel say, your handshake ain't matching your smile. I kind of feel like that with y'all a little bit sometimes. I ain't gonna lie to you, Sonny. I rock with you. You solid, but some of your women folks, what I'm saying? Everything is everything, bro. I feel you, beloved. I dig it. Everything is everything. You still out on the internet being am I about to piss you off? Hey, new friend. Hey. Am I about to piss you off? I actually asked you the question already. I actually asked you one of the questions already. Um, so no, I shouldn't be pissing you off at all. I shouldn't be pissing you off at all. That shit song, yeah. I bet it is. Oh man. But yeah, I was just talking about how, I ain't feel like it's really much to speak on with the whole Dame and Breakfast Club interview situation because he just been going out sad. He just been going out sad lately. Um, it sounds like it sounds like I'm finna piss you off. Nah, I shouldn't. I shouldn't. Like I said, I already asked you the question. We had quite a conversation about it. We had quite a conversation about it. So you shouldn't be pissed off. Um, this isn't anything particularly new. But I mean, I don't know. I might piss you off. Who knows? The night, what they say, the night is young. We 20 minutes in. I got time. I got time. I'm just waiting to see if we got some more lovely ladies that'll be joining in the chat with us so I can piss them off as well. Um Anytime between time, I guess since I do have time, I will go ahead and make sure I want to make sure I have the right information. Okay, 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 okay. So, speaking of my homie Sonny and the Philly Podcast Link live show, we will be back the Saturday after Black Friday. That is November 29th, folks. November 29th. The Philly Podcast Link live show crew will be hosting an interactive game night and celebration. That's right. We've been together for a year as a crew, as a unit, as a network, as a collective. And we want to have some fun with y'all, man. We want to celebrate the fact that we've been able to, maintain this, grow from it, benefit from it. And we want to have some fun with y'all, man. Like plain and simple. You know what I'm saying? Yes, we're gonna do our live show type things. Yes, we're gonna have conversations. Yes, we're gonna, tackle a topic or two, but really, for the most part, we're gonna be there to have fun. Keish, the sponsor in the building. Sponsor in the building. One time for the sponsor, one time for the sponsor. You know what I'm saying? But yes, the Philly podcast link. Philly will be back Saturday, November 29th. Uh, that is from 6 to 10. The doors open at 6. We will be at, I don't know, I can see the thing, 1890 Woodhaven Road, Philadelphia, PA 19116. And yes, indeed, with the cakes will be there vending the goodies. Pause. Pause. Get your mind out the gutter. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know the links is in our bio, so make sure y'all get the tickets. If you can't click the link in our bios, reach out to us, text us, DM us, do whatever you got to do to reach out to a member from Podcast Link Philly, and we will make sure that you can get the ticket for you and whoever you bring in with you. You heard? And it's all black attire event, all black. You know what I'm saying? Come on, all black everything, all black everything. It's the blackout. You heard? That's right. She gonna have that banana pudding. She gonna have that Oreo drink that people love too. I probably need me steal that Oreo drink. But yeah, yeah. It will be at the Extra Designs Event Studio once again, 1890 Woodhaven Road in Philadelphia, PA 19116. That will be on Saturday, November 29th from 6 to 10. All right. After you done did everything, you done bust down whatever food. I just know that pause was for me. It's for me too, because what you say, I'm childish. It's for Myron too, because if Myron will definitely pause me. Um, so yeah, it was for him too. But you know what I'm saying? For sure, for sure. Please, you know what I'm saying, slide and celebrate with us. That's really what we're here for. All right, so we got Keish, we got Tommy, we got Sonny. I was waiting to see if at least one more lady would join in, but I'll catch her up because I don't want to have y'all all here all night before we actually get to the topic. But once again, and I'm gonna mention it again at the end of the podcast. Podcast Link Philly. We back November 29th from 6 to 10. We will be at the Extra Designs Event Studio, 1890 Woodhaven Road in Philadelphia. Zip code 19116 at All Black Events. We will be having an interactive game night and celebration for Podcast Link Philly. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, so listen. So I don't know if y'all ever seen this post, right? There was this post that was on the internet that said, if you take a woman out of survival mode, I'm paraphrasing and summing it up. If you being a man, take a woman out of survival mode, you get the best version of that woman. So I've seen a few women repost that. I think even Sierra reposted it before. You know what I'm saying? And again, I'm not word for word. I'm just summing it up and paraphrasing just to get to the point of what is discussed, right? Um, and one morning it got me thinking because of a conversation I had with a particular lady, not telling not telling their business, not telling mine. Um, as to what does that actually mean? You know, what does that actually mean? Who gave me a Hey, bro, we gotta upgrade. We gotta upgrade. You heard? Ah, that was a good one though. But we gotta upgrade. You know what I'm saying? Upward and onward, bro. I feel like I gotta do things to make this a little bit more fun, a little bit more appealing. So I'm glad you noticed, sir. Um, who gave me one day we go and have a live audience. Believe that. Believe that. Um, and I won't just have to be pressing buttons, but this is how we gonna start. You gotta start somewhere. Um, so yeah, ladies, I heard that if y'all taking out a survival mode, a dude get the best version of y'all. And I'm trying to figure out what exactly that means. Like, what 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 does that man get out of taking the woman out of survival mode? What exactly does he get? Because I feel like a lot of times when we be having these conversations about how relationships supposed to go, people speaking platitudes, people speaking parables, people. Oh, Sonny said in the link, hey, say less, say less, Sonny. I'm about to DM you the link right now. Uh, for sure, for sure. But yeah, I just would like to know what it is that the man gets out of it because I truly feel it. Not I don't want to even say I feel from what I it's all. Hey, Myron, hey, Myron, you might be right. You might be right, brother. You might be right because I'm finding so far that the answers I've received uh don't really don't really amount to what a dude would be looking forward to. But again, I'm a man, right? I'm not a woman, so maybe it's something I need to understand. Maybe it's something I'm missing. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's something that I need to understand. Look at you with the eye rolls. I love you though. I love you though. I love you though. I had to put that. Hey, I put that heart out. I put that heart on the screen for you. I put that heart. That heart on the screen was just for you, new friend. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That heart was just for you. All right, we about to have Sunny jump in the chat and get live and give her answer. So I'm gonna tell you the answers I've gotten so far. I've asked 3 women. 3. I've asked 3 women. In fact, Imma see if I can get this other one in the chat. She might be asleep, she might not be. But Imma go ahead and Imma send her this episode and see if we can wake up the dead in the meantime while we wait for Sunny. But these are the 3 answers I've got. Nothing, 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 and I get what you get. Those are the 3 answers I've got from 3 different women. None of these women are the same. None of them. 3 different women. When asked, what see, 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 new friend, told you, he be pausing too. But I've asked 3 different women that and I've even posed it from the stance of, you know, a man comes in with the finances to completely retire you from the workforce. You never have to work. Just being clear, I want to emphasize that have to part. You never have to work another day in your life, thanks to this man and his finances that he brings to the game. What I took off the table? Okay, okay, okay. Cool, 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 cool. Yes, 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 yes. I will mention that. I will mention that. Thank you for thank you for bringing that up, my friend. I will mention that. I'm here to be fair. I'm here to be fair. Um, I asked, what does the man get out of the situation? And to Miss Tommy's point, I took off cooking, cleaning, and housework because I wanted I wanted answers that did not involve basically what a man of those means can pay somebody else to do. I wanted a unique answer from women in particular about what they themselves would yeah, because I'm about to piss you off. Nah, listen, if you get pissed off, you get pissed off. I'm being honest. I'm not here to, pull the wool over nobody's eyes. But I gave those are the answers without going directly to cooking, cleaning, or housework. What does a man get now that he has taken you out of survival mode? What does he get? I got nothing, nothing, and you get out of it what I get out of it. So when Myron says it's all cat, I ain't gonna lie. Out of those 3 answers, it's, it's looking it's looking like he might have a point. It's looking like he might have a point. So so I want to make sure. Yeah, like I said, I wanted the person who gave me the last answer. I want to see if I could catch them before they go to sleep. She's gonna be whoever she was in survival mode. Nothing will change. Absolutely nothing. I'm gonna put that up on the screen. Woo! Myron said, because I'm gonna read it again. She's gonna be whoever she was in survival mode. Whoever she was when she was in survival mode. Nothing will change. Absolutely nothing. That's what Professor Petty, aka Top Chatter, said. And as much as I like to debate and go back and forth with my man Top Chatter, those 3 answers kind of make him look like he knows what he's talking about here. Nothing, nothing, and you get out of it what I get out of it. Blood, like I- that doesn't sound like he's wrong. That you're getting anything different. It doesn't. It doesn't sound like you're getting anything different. But feel free, uh, uh, feel free, Keish, to correct me if I'm wrong. Woo! Wow! 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 I'm gonna put that up. Ugh. Sigh. Sonny's in the lobby. Let her in. Absolutely, let Sonny in.
Yeah, you got me with my glasses on.
Um,
Hey, can you hear me?
according to according to Tommy, she already knows Myron hates women beyond what they physically make him feel. But y'all be so quick to devalue what women offer y'all day to day in survival mode. No, I'm not. Some of y'all's never experienced women who support y'all in survival mode, and it shows. Hey, we got my homegirl Chrissy in the building. We got Curly Girly in the building. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. So, Curly, I was going over the question that I asked previous and the three answers I got. Now I'm gonna go ahead and rephrase the question again. Um, to make sure that it's clear. Because the phrase is you get the best version of a woman when you take her out of survival mode. So my question is specifically, what does that man get from you outside of cooking, cleaning, and housework? Outside of those three things. Why? Because those are three things that a man who has that much money can pay for. So I'm trying to find out if the best version of this woman comes with anything that she uniquely provides. Now, in this conversation, apparently we've already pissed one of my friends off, and she said, and I'm gonna go back to her answer. She already knows Myron hates women beyond what they physically make him feel, but y'all be so quick to devalue what women offer y'all day to day in survival mode. Some of y'all have never experienced women who support y'all in survival mode, and it shows. That was her answer. Now, let's see. I did. She's upset and she has no point to make, so now she wants to attack. No, she made her point, but she also attacked you. I took my poll and got more answers you ain't like from men and women. Feel free to let me know because you said something about 2-0 earlier, but you never got back to me. As to what that's supposed to mean. Um, so I'm gonna speak for myself. I absolutely, I absolutely value what a woman, even in struggle mode, can bring to a man's life, particularly in mine, on a day-to-day basis. And the only thing that I was trying to understand, the only thing that I was trying to understand is Be I don't see how, so here's what I don't get. I don't get how we're devaluing it by expecting that there'll be something more when that's the statement. Taking y'all out of survival mode means we'll get the best version of you. So that means there has to be something better than what you're in survival mode. That means that there has to be something more that once you're out of survival mode, we'll be getting out of it, which makes it even more worth taking you out of survival mode. That's the precedent y'all set. A man did not come up with that phrase. A woman did. So if we believe it, or if we're gonna lean into it, or even like me, just to question it, then it's based on the premise that you already set, not you specifically, of course, but it's based on the premise that women already set, and I know that women already agree with. I haven't seen a single woman that says, "Oh no, that's BS. That's cat. She's gonna be the exact same woman." Most women don't say that. They agree that a man gets the best version of this woman when she's removed from survival mode. So, if she's removed from survival mode, that means whatever you're getting in day to day life, you would get a better version of it. Am I doing the math wrong? Is that not a reasonable conclusion? Tell me if that's not a reasonable conclusion to draw. If I told you that as a man, giving me sex 5 days a week, as opposed to 3 times a month, you're gonna get the best Nari you can get. You would think of all the things you currently get from Nari and be like, oh, there's more. I'm gonna be able to get more. Would y'all not draw that conclusion? So tell me, how is that about devaluing? It's not about devaluing. It's about y'all saying there's more left. Whatever it is I get from you now that I enjoy, that I appreciate, that I value, you're saying that if I could get to this point where I could go ahead and take paying bills off your hands, take you worrying about what the next meal is off your hands, to where you can just live. And if you work because either you want to put money aside or you work because you're that type of person who likes to be busy. Like you're working for choice, not for survival anymore. If I do that for you, I get a better you.
Can I chime in?
So if that's the case, that means that whatever it is you give me now, there's something better to gain. How am I wrong? How is that devalued? Sounds like you saying the bar goes up. And I'm asking what's at that bar when it gets there. This is what I got to know. This is what I got to know. Sonny.
Yes. Can you hear me?
No, I can't hear you. I don't know why I can't.
Hold on. Let me see.
Let me check something.
I'm about to say I'm on. I don't know. You can't. It shows that I'm making noise.
Hold on.
I got earbuds. Let me. Oh, geez, I can't. Hold on. Let me see. Let's see.
See.
Now?
Let me see. Let me see something.
Oh, it's an
Uh,
echo. Mm,
I
why
might
can't
hear
I
some
remember?
feedback when I try this right quick. So, pardon, pardon moi.
Yeah, I can't hear me either.
Okay, Sonny, say something now.
Something now. Can you hear me?
Still don't hear nothing. Y'all hearing Sonny? Y'all can hear, but I can't. Mm, what the blood clot? Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Okay, got you back in.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? I'm assuming not.
All right, got you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can. I got you now.
Okay. So I want to go back just a little. So I agree with that statement, but I think When we talk about survival mode, is not just financial. Because when a woman's in survival mode, it's financial, it's mentally, it's everything. It's basically being in a state of constant protecting myself. That's survival mode, and that's with anybody. If you've been through some stuff in life and had some trials and tribulations, you're in survival mode whether you want to admit it or not. But what that statement is saying that if you're my man and you take me out of survival mode full circle, that definitely one is going to make me a better woman. Now, what does it offer you? It offers uh, a mentally, hopefully it'll offer you somebody that has the mental capacity to be okay, because a lot of guys or a lot of people date people that are mentally not like where they need to be in life. So if I'm in constant survival mode, which I have been, and I've been homeless, I've been in the shelter, I've been in survival mode, even at this age right now. For me to date somebody and have a man come into my life and be a man in my life, right? Like in the whole sense of the word, it I have to remind myself that he got me. He has to make me feel safe enough to know that I know you done been through some shit, but I got you. Not only do I got you, if not just financially, I got you. Period. In the full spectrum of I got you. I'm here, so you don't have to be um stressed because we stress internally, and that's just anybody. Like same if you meet a girl or a female, if you're in survival mode, you need somebody that's going to allow you to be a man and not be fighting battles and be that sounding board and be that person that you can vent to and help you solve problems or be that listening ear and offer a different outlook. So if I'm out of survival mode and I don't have to fear everyday life and mental like in every capacity, I can show up for you in a whole different way. I can live in that quote unquote soft air that everybody be talking about. I can be that feminine woman that's gonna be there, have your back, follow your lead, and understand that you got me or you got us. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? So at
Let
that
me
point,
let me interrupt
you
real quick for two things that you could counter as soon as I'm done. One, I'm not of the illusion, even though my friend keeps thinking that's what I'm saying. I'm not of the illusion that just paying your bills alone takes you out of survival.
yeah, no, but a lot of men, it's
Right.
not you, but it's a lot of men that think that way when you
Well,
say survival mode, they think
here's why.
financial.
Here's why. Here's why. Because that's the way y'all push it. That's the first
Not
thing that's
y'all,
mentioned. That's the way that
some,
most of y'all push it. That's the way
some,
that
some
most of
women push
y'all
that.
push it.
Not everybody.
This I'm most because you know why? Because survival mode comes up in conversations about finances. Survival mode, there that's the first times it comes up is when we're talking about, when you had those 50-50
But there's a
conversations,
difference
when
of
they talk about how much a
survival
man
mode
is
and struggle.
making, when they talk about how much a man is making, when they talk about, the bills that they have so they don't have time to play with nobody's dusty son. That's when this
Hmm.
whole thing about survival mode comes up. And so if that's what what's being pitched to us,
Hmm.
I completely understand why most men misunderstand that because that's what's
Yeah.
coming up. Also, for all the other things that you said it entails, right? Mental, emotional, all those kind of things, right? If financial isn't there, are you out of survival mode? If you have
I
to
mean,
work just as hard every other day, but he got you, you know he's there for you, he's supportive, he loves you, he's trustworthy, all those things. Are you still in survival mode? And if the answer is yes, then you have to understand why men think that
no,
money is
I
the
don't.
priority.
So that I think that's individualized and the type of person you're dealing with, and this is why I
Mm,
say survival mode versus struggle mode. I don't need somebody like, and this is the conflict that a lot of women that make money have. Because if you look at because from my dating history, it's not many people that it's people that I've dated that made more money than me, but now it's not too many people that I date make and not intentionally because I don't go out and say how much money you make or whatever, whatever. But if I meet you, like say if I met Joe Schmo at a live show, I don't know how much his finances is, but I know how much I bring. But if we're talking about jobs and stuff like that, and I know where I am in life, it's a possibility that if we're talking financially, where I am right now, I make more than a lot of people. Like a lot of people that's in my age bracket that I have met over the course of a couple years. So I don't look that way, but at the same time, like it's the type of person it's the type of person that you're talking to. Because I'm not looking for somebody to take care of me financially. And at the end of the day, I can not be in survival mode, but I'm still going to work because for me, working has been my life since I was 16. I've the longest I've been without a job is 3 years. And even when I've dated somebody that made more money than me, I worked, and even in that time, I wasn't in survival mode because he had me. I contributed, but I wasn't in survival mode because he had me.
But you heard
He
what you
had
just
he had me
said,
every way, but I still worked,
right? But
and I
again,
and I still
we
participated
still
in
come back to the
bills.
conversation about finances.
No,
You
it does, but
chose to
I'm
work,
I'm answering your no. I'm just a worker, but that's what I'm saying. Like it's
right?
whether or not I choose to work, whether or not I have to work, or whatever the case may be, I can still be out of survival mode and be with somebody that's covering me every other way. And it's not that he can't cover me financially. It's just something that I'd like if I would do because I will not feel like I'm a very productive person. I'm always doing something, so I can't be stagnant anyway. I never saw my life as being stagnant, but at the same time, I'm not looking for a sponsor. I'm not looking for somebody to take care of me. I'm looking for somebody that could be a team. So we both got each other because God forbid, like my one former podcast mate, Smooth used to always say, if you like, and I look at this in this conversation, in this context, of survival mode. If the person I'm with has covered me and allowed me to be in my soft era, fell upon hard times and got sick and had and could not work, and I had to be the sole breadwinner, I'm fine with that as long as you cover everything else. But at the same time, even if you're covering everything else, I don't think I will be in survival mode because you got me in the most important way. Financial is a big thing, but if we ain't suffering, we good. Because at that point, if we're in a relationship and I feel safe, we're probably saving that money to make sure a rainy day and stuff like that. So I don't think while financial is a part of a relationship, is not something that I would deem that if he did everything else and didn't financially cover me, I would feel like I'm in survival mode. If that makes sense.
Thank you. I
I don't
appreciate that
know.
answer. I appreciate that answer. I appreciate that answer. That's so that's kind of what.
Myron, you having a moment? All he just I'm reading his comment. Ain't no man masculine
Yeah, I'm
to
about to
make it.
put it up.
It's not even that he gonna make her. It's not making. It's just being in a state of comfort and then being like. It's not like he can go in there and say I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna make her soft. No, it's being a man, being a grown ass man at that. Like if you a
Which
man
means
and you gonna make sure that your girl is good the same way she gonna make sure you good. It's you're not making her do anything. It's not something that will naturally happen. It's not a force. It's not something that you're required to come in with that. Don't come in the mindset that you're gonna make her soft. She gonna be soft because she gonna follow your lead. If you're a man and you doing what you're supposed to do to make her feel comfortable, in the same way she's gonna make you feel like you're comfortable with being the man, the leader of the relationship or the head of the household or whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? She's gonna make
so
you. She's gonna. It's accountability. It's something that happens organically. It's not forced. It shouldn't
so
be like a forced situation.
I agree with that. And I agree with that. I respect that answer. The only thing that you lost me at was the whole, if you're a man, I'm gonna reject that every time because
Well, if
no
you're a
matter
man,
how
no,
much of a man you are, and no matter how much of a quote unquote man you are, it's about who she is and how she's gonna carry it. You know what
it
I'm
is.
saying?
It is too.
Because
But like it's like being a
if you're
woman.
being so she's not a woman now.
No, I'm no,
If
I'm
she
not.
don't
No,
follow a
I'm not
man's lead, is
saying
she
that.
not a woman?
No,
You
I'm
see
not
what I'm
saying
saying?
that.
That's where them kind of terms get kind
No,
of dicey.
no, I'm not. I said nothing to the fact that if he doesn't do, I'm just saying as a woman,
No,
period.
you're
As a
saying
woman, period.
there's two halves to an equation, right?
I
So
understand that, but I'm just saying, like,
if
if
this is then if the opposite of that isn't.
No,
You
I'm
understand
just
what I'm
saying
saying?
yes, but I don't mean it in that context. I mean it in a way of you know who you are as a person,
Hmm.
as an individual. Let's take men and women out of it. You know how you are. And if your example to what a man is supposed to be to a woman, right? Is from a male in your family, and he this or your dad, your uncle, or whomever, grandpa showed you how to take care of how he took care of your grandma, or your dad showed you how he made sure he was there for your mom, and he did what men do, like just be there, make sure that she's good, like take care of her, like not and I don't like to go financial. I'm just talking to like just everyday things, like simple things that you just don't matter, like men shit, like taking out the
No,
trash, like
you
helping them with the
saying
growth,
that.
like
See, see, see,
minuscule stuff
see.
that like
And this
no,
is where we end up at. This is where we end up at where
but I'm
things
not
get
trying
really
to, but I'm not
dicey.
trying to go
And
there. It's just
I'm not even trying to say I necessarily disagree with you, Sonny. Just to be clear, I'm not even trying to say I disagree with you. But here's where the inconsistencies are, right? The inconsistencies come up in this situation because then we start trying to have women define what men are and men trying to define what women are.
I'm not. I don't
And
define
I'm
what
not
any
saying
man
that's what
is.
you're, and then I'm not saying that's what you're doing. But
I'm
what
about to say because
happens once you
I'm
start
just gonna be
saying
me.
a man does this, a woman does that? Now, see, that approach is what really works. Where it's like, if this is the type of person you are, that's how you carry it. And people around you as a total are impacted by the kind of person you are. If you're a kind and generous person, whether that's the woman who's in your life romantically, whether it's your kids, whether whoever, everybody gets piece of that. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Now,
maybe I shouldn't
I
phrase it
think
as a
that
man does, but like I'm just saying,
I
like
don't even
generally
necessarily
speaking.
think it's I don't even necessarily like I said, I don't even necessarily disagree with you. I 100% am the kind of guy who believes that taking out the trash is a man shit. My
I take
woman
out the
doesn't
trash,
touch
and it's
trash
funny because every
in
shit is like, why
years.
you taking out the trash? I'm like, I've been doing it
If
since I
I
was a
got a
kid.
woman, she's not touching no trash. You know what I'm
But that's
saying?
what
So
I'm
that's what I'm
saying.
saying.
Most
I don't
guys, like
even
if I
disagree with you.
if I'm talking to my brother and he says to me, "Block," like because I was a time, but I always did stuff.
That's what I'm trying to say.
I'm Bob the Builder out of my whole family. Like you call me to put anything together, I'm going to do it. And I've had relationships where a guy will come to my house and be like, "Oh, what you doing? I'm putting this together real quick." And they be like, "Man, what the hell? I got this." And I'm like, "No, I already like because 9 times 10 I already know how to do it better than because I follow the instructions and I do what I'm supposed to do. But I'm gonna let them take the lead. Go ahead, you got it. And then I'm a strongly supervise because whatever. But I just feel like when you're with the right person, I'm gonna say this:
Mhm.
when you're with the right person, things happen organically. You're being yourself, and then if you're allowed to be able to be in a calm state of mind and be in a calm place, then it's going to bring out the best in you. If you're constantly arguing, bickering, fighting over brick and morue, financial bills, or whatever it is that y'all arguing about, and or having issues with, or just in your life just not in a good space, you're not going to be your best self. That's period. That's anybody. If I'm going through trials and tribulations, I can't be my best self to be in relationship with anybody or be the best person in a relationship for anyone. If I'm in if I meet Joe Schmo and we hit it off, and the type of person I am, I'm a natural. One of my love languages is acts of service. I'm always going to be there
Mhm.
to like whatever you give me. I'm going to flip it and reverse it. Like whatever. If you bring this thing to me, I'm gonna give you a different outlook to how this could progress, and like it's vice versa. That's just in my nature. Or I'm make sure that you good. I'm always gonna make sure that I'm gonna cover the order. Like that's just how I am. I'm gonna make sure that you ain't got to like, oh well, she never. Nope, I got you. Like what you need, blah blah blah. I got you. I'm gonna help you with this. Same way the person I'm with naturally, them got her naturally. They always make sure I'm covered in whatever area I need to be covered in, as far as like whatever's going on in my life. I feel like things happen organically. So if you meet a girl that like me, I'm gonna say like me. I've been in struggle mode and survival mode. To me, to somebody to walk into my life, and I think people get it twisted with me. It's like, oh well, no, she got it. She can do this, that, and third. Yeah, I do got it financially. I do. I got that part of my life together because I was homeless. I'm sorry, I couldn't. Like I had to struggle to get to where I am. Like from homelessness to home ownership. I did what I needed to do to get where I'm at in my career. I've been in there 15 years. So yes, I'm making where I need to be at life as far as maintaining myself. The person that's walking into my life or the person like I'm walking into, I want us to not necessarily, we don't got to compliment each other or match each other in that aspect, but you can bring stuff to the table that I don't, that I'm not really understanding or don't know how to do the same way I could bring stuff to the table for you. So and in that same thing, I have to because I've been in struggle mode and survival mode for a period of time in my life. I have to then allow this man to be a man because I'm so used to doing. I'm forgetful. I got to catch myself and say no, like allow him to do it because my mindset. And then it's like, well, why do you need me? You got it. You keep coming like you. I know you, and I have to catch myself. But it's a thing. But it's also because you know who I am. You got to give me grace to get there because you understand why I'm like this. So let me get there. And once I get there, and I have got there in relationships where I just sat and chilled, and I was okay to just be a woman and then be okay. Like, yeah, he got me. I know he got me. The same way he know if anything go on with him, I got him. And I feel like that it brings the best out of both people. If they're both in a good space, it brings the best out of them. But that statement, like I said, it is true.
So then here's what I want to happen. Here's what I want to happen. You from Sonny's sandbox. Tell me specifically because again, these conversations happen and people speak in abstracts.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
For
They'll
me,
say things like I'm just saying in general, every time this conversation comes up, it's like, oh yeah, you'll get the best version of this person. Oh, you'll get support. You'll get like I mean, from you specifically, bro takes you out of survival mode, right? In fact, here we go. Here we go. Because I was accused of devaluing what women give in survival mode. So here's what you're gonna do. First thing you're gonna do is tell me while you're still in survival mode and this man gets with you, what does he get from Sunny? What's the pluses he gets from Sunny while you're still in survival mode? And
while
then
I'm
I
still
want
in
you to tell
survival
me
mode,
what he would get if he takes you out of survival mode. Let's do that, please.
so while I'm in survival mode, I think I work good with pressure, getting shit done. I feel like when I'm in survival mode, I know how to get shit done. I know how to make dollars out of pennies. I could get to it with not a problem. Like you be like, I don't know how we gonna do this. No, we got. Listen, I got the wherewithal to like survive whatever point we at. Like we at our lowest, and we got to figure out how this about to get happen. It's gonna happen. I'm gonna make it happen because my mind is focused that it got to get done. It's not like like I said, I've been homeless. It's points where I had to figure some shit out, and I did, and everybody was like, "How the hell?" Like it had to be done. It's one of them things that has to be done. There's no excuse why it shouldn't be done. So survival mode, when you're not thinking about something, I'm so overthinking it that I'm 10 steps ahead. And I know how we getting out of this. That's that's one thing for me as far as survival mode. My instincts to get it done is top tier. Um, Now out of survival mode, I feel like I'm at a better out of survival mode. You get a calmer me and like a better um better thought process if that makes sense. Like it gives me time to really think things through instead of reacting and trying to get it done. Because you know when you sometimes when you react to something and try to get it done, you miss. So sometimes you can miss something else and don't think about it thoroughly, so you miss some steps and you're like, oh shit. Because now you got to fix what you however you did this because you had to get that done that you let some shit slide and now you got to figure it out. So like that's like I don't want to be in a constant mode of figuring out. I want to have time to think and premeditate about it and just think of different ways that are better that make sense without that rush knee jerk reaction. I also think that I will be more more probably more sex definitely because I'm not stressed. This is I like sex, but if I'm stressed and I got shit going on, that's the furthest thought from my mind. You over here ready to go, and I'm just like, nah, I'm not even there because I got shit going on. We got to figure out how we gonna do this, and this, and sex is the last thing on my mind. Even though I enjoy it, this is the last thought. I don't got time for that. And then I can relax and breathe and like regroup about things and plan, save, all these different things that I think would benefit a relationship long term. Like think of things like take time to kind of think of like 'cause like I said, I got my little business. Sit down and really think of a business plan, a business strategy, and also try to put you like plug him into it to where we both can make money. Like, okay, I got this idea, this is what I want to do, but I can really sit there and really map it out versus I gotta do something quick. But no, long because now I can think long term. So I feel like it's things that can allow you to do things like if it's saving for a house, if it's like if y'all don't got that, it's different things you could think about. Like things that I'm a big saver of money. I try to save as much money as possible. I'm not like saving money, but I like to be able to save more, not save to get to the next paycheck, but like save to do grander and bigger things that way we can less work and more time with us and building our foundation versus work and kids. Let's go. I want to go away for a week and I want us to be financially secure that we could do this and go ahead and relax and not stress. Like those are just off top of my head. And then like as a better like just be a better all around person in general because like when you're in survival mode, you just like sometimes you can just get that tunnel vision and you just you get into that what's it called that robot kind of move like you just all right this what I gotta do today it's the same shit every day
Autopilot.
just to get through and it's just like you're not enjoying anything you just like I gotta do this
You
and
just
then
want
it
to
just
do
becomes repetitive and that's how I feel like relationships get boring because you're so busy doing everything else you don't have time to enjoy your relationship y'all functioning and y'all can't enjoy each other. Like you just like we talked about in your show before, busy schedules where we cross some paths and a hit or miss. Like we got more time to just chill. And now we could plan it out to go do something and not be in that tunnel place. So if for me, yeah.
it.
I think that
Kara
will
said
that
it sounds
me
like
being
we get
relaxed.
nothing that we care about. She
What
did
you
mention
want? Just
sex,
sex?
Myron.
Like that's the
She
sex
did
part,
mention
right?
she did mention
I
that,
did
but
mention sex. I mean, that's what else? Like, and that's my question. So, what else would you want? I like because if sex is a big deal, okay. So, if she's not in survival mode and you helping her around the house and miscellaneous stuff and the chores and like that, and stuff is getting done where y'all can relax and have time, because it's a lot of men living in the house that ain't doing shit. They just there. They're dad by name. Like you just show up, mom doing everything. Not you guys. I don't know your personality. I'm not gonna say about you not, but I know it's a lot of people that's a lot of men in the house, but not or of the what is it? What's the saying? A man of the house versus the man in the house. It's
right.
it's it's it's, it's, it's a lot of those. So like if you got somebody that's really being your partner, you gonna be able to
I
have
was about
time.
to
You're gonna be
say.
able to have time to have sex.
I was
You're
about to
gonna be
say,
able to.
but if that's the case, then what you with him for? So at that
No,
point,
I'm
no.
just but I'm not saying. Yeah, but I'm saying it's people that go through that. But I'm just saying like if you want sex and stuff, I feel like if you help out and you
Single.
it
I
can
don't
happen
like when you
more
say
and
that.
people less tired, huh? What?
One of my friends says single married women. I hate that nonsense phrase. You know, like
It
whatever.
do be, it do be. I know people like that. I don't know how you like they survive. I know single married dads, or I know single married men too. It's a sad situation because I feel like you
You
shouldn't be.
married. You just in a L marriage. You're not single. You married.
Yeah,
You
I
just in
don't.
the L marriage.
Yeah, I just don't. I think people marry for the wrong reasons. A lot of people, not all, but some people marry for the wrong reasons, and then they be having those problems. I don't want
I'm gonna
that.
let you.
I want a partner.
I'm gonna let you slide for misspelling my name, best friend. I'm gonna let you slide for that. But
Uh,
all right.
but
Um.
yeah, I mean, what more do y'all want? You said sex and what else?
So I'll let him answer for him in the chat. But the whole thing is this, right? The whole thing is this.
Like, what do y'all want?
When the conversation came up, that question
I
never
left my juice upstairs.
never was part of the conversation. That question was never part of the conversation. What do y'all want? Y'all just told us we was gonna get the best version of yourselves. So that makes
Well,
the
the
most
best version.
reason. So that was supposed to be the motivation that we'll get the best version. And it's kind of like again, now you gave me a great something that I could look at.
Yeah.
Nobody's giving me that yet when I've asked the question.
But even
You
mentally, that's the best
said
version of somebody. If somebody mentally, especially as a
you
woman,
you
mentally
you can
together,
you can
maybe
you can say that, but you can't judge. Like, who are you to judge what's the best mental version of a person? Somebody can have their mental facilities together, but still, it's like that doesn't necessarily mean
they just a
that
fucked
you
up
get the
person. Yeah. No,
beneficiary
I got.
from it. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
they
I get you.
good,
I
their
get you.
mental health is great. Their mental health is
He
great, but
said,
you
"Oh,
taking
he
other.
said he want peace and quiet. So you want us to leave you alone? You should be single. You
I
want peace and
mean,
quiet and sex. That sounds like
whoa,
single and humping.
whoa. You can't
What?
ask for peace and quiet in a marriage or a relationship.
No, I'm.
Your
Who is? But
sex.
hold on. I like peace and quiet in relationships too. I like people to leave me alone and let me
That's
watch
what I'm
my
saying.
shows and mind my business.
But why did that go to being single then?
No, because the way he said it, the way I took how he said it, he said, I said we want peace and quiet, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
because he said that
most.
earlier. He asked that question when you said, "What do you want?" He said, "Peace and quiet." When you went besides sex, he said
So
that
like, what do
exact.
you mean? Like
He
you
said,
don't want
"Peace
her
and
talking
quiet."
to you? What you don't
Huh?
want her talking to you, or like is it nagging? Is that the thing? Is it talking about
I was
nagging?
about to say, like, like the way y'all feel like we have things in y'all our head about y'all, y'all have things in your head about us.
No, I'm
Because there's no
asking. It's
dude
a.
that's like, I
I
don't
asked a
want women to
question,
talk to me. It's yes, like you said, it's the not nagging, it's the not beefing, it's the not,
but
you know what I'm
that's
saying? It's the not
but then
fussing.
that could be
It's about the breathing room, right? So
okay.
again, just because you feel good mentally doesn't mean I don't still have to endure all that from you.
Okay, but no. So nagging. So here's my thing about nagging. Right? I know people that nag people. Just I'll be like, shut the fuck up because it's just a lot, right? But I feel like if we want to keep it a buck, because like we're not we grown, we some of us 40 plus, we not little kids. We ain't go sit here and tell no lies, right?
Right.
Some people create drama and then get mad that somebody's saying something to them about the stuff that they're saying to. So we're talking that
Okay.
so let's put it in a general sense. If
Okay.
you're a man that comes home, throw your stuff everywhere, and be in the house, make something to eat, don't clean up dishes, have dishes everywhere, pee on the toilet, and miscellaneous stuff. So when she comes home and she got to get ready to cook and clean, the kitchen's all a mess. You got so when she walk in, your shit is in the way. You know, your shoes in the way because you took it off
I'm
at the store.
sorry.
Not saying I'm just saying just
Oh
general
no, I'm
stupid
sorry.
stuff.
I was just looking at the chat
Oh,
and I saw somebody
but
said
like
he was
those
saying it like
things,
he don't
right?
want nagging because
No,
peace and
but like
quiet is ready. It's easy. No, it's not.
yeah,
Yeah. But go ahead. You were saying
so if
something.
you're a man that does stuff like that, and then she comes in and starts like, babe, why you do this? Blah 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 blah. Blah. That's nagging. But she's nagging because she just came through the door. She got to cook. She don't stumble over your shoes. Like, not saying that
That's not
everybody does
nagging.
that, because my daughter says I nag her, but like
But
she says I nag
we
her because
gotta
I can come home from work and she got stuff everywhere, and of course I'm gonna get on her because she know how to keep my house.
yeah, but that's not
So,
what nagging is. That's
but
a
what's next?
present issue.
So what nagging are we talking
Everybody
about
should have the
specifically?
right. Everybody have the right should have the right to address a present issue. That's not nagging.
So
Like I don't
so what would
understand
you
what you
consider
think nagging.
nagging?
Nagging is like when y'all picking at stuff. Like, okay, it's one thing to say, hey, your stuff is on the floor. Can you get it up? Or come on, get the stuff up. You know it belong in it. All right, that's fine. That's addressing the issue. Nagging is like we had this issue however long ago, and you want to keep bringing it up.
Oh,
Like
I've never done that, but
that's
oh, I've never
nagging.
done that.
That
Oh,
is
I've never done
nagging.
that. I've been
Or
nagged at
or
didn't.
even if you
I've had it in
address a
reverse.
task, or even if you address a task, not giving me the time to do the task. If
Oh no,
you
see,
are
I've never
saying you
done that.
need me to go ahead and change whatever it is on the vehicle, but every 5 seconds you're bothering me about the vehicle, I just came through the
Yeah,
door. I
yeah.
just came through the door. Can I get my 30, please?
Oh no, see, I've never done that. And no, I'm no. It is no. I saying
It,
that. I hear and I see how it sounds to you, but I'm not that.
because
No, no. Like
every other woman in this chat is gonna be like, that's not me,
no.
right?
And not no, I no, not every woman. If they being honest, no, if they're being honest, they cannot say that. Like I said, you're talking like, and I'm gonna say this for me, for myself.
Okay.
This is why we gonna go back to what I said earlier in the conversation. You're talking about somebody who one grew up as Bob the Builder.
Hmm.
My problem is this is what I do in relationships. Why are you doing this? Because I'm so used. I've been doing this since I was a fucking kid. Like literally, my mom moved. I was putting stuff together. I was changing the light bulbs and changing the
Yeah, but
change, like doing
don't
those
get too
things, taking
fixed
out the
on
trash.
the don't get too fixed on the
No,
example
I'm
of
just
fixing
saying.
something because I know that's what you said you
No, but
do
I
and
no,
you
but I'm
handle it
saying to
yourself.
no. I understand that, but I'm also saying I'm not like I've no. Thankfully, no guy can I've ever dated has ever said that I nagged them because I've just that's just not my nature. Like my thing is I'm a very much I'm the type of person I am. I'm gonna say babe blah 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 and that's it. I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm not going back and forth with you. I'm not saying it multiple times before because if I ask you to do X Y Z and I see that you haven't done it and we get into the next day, I'm gonna do it. I'm not asking you. And then what's happened to me is well, why'd you do it? I said I was going to do it because we waited. I waited the whole day. It didn't get done, so I just went ahead and did it. Like I'm not like I'm sorry. I'm not that girl. I'm just like I'll ask you
Okay.
one time, and if you don't do it, cool. I'm gonna do it. So when the next time I don't ask you, like why you ain't asking me to do it? Because I asked you a couple days ago, you didn't, and you
See?
took forever, to do it. So
See?
I'm not.
Ah, you said the
It's
next
not
day.
nagging
How the next day goes to forever
because
is
if
crazy.
I ask you, no, because if and it's not the type of person I am. If I ask you something, it's not saying you got to do it in that instance. It's saying, hey, babe, I need you to do bop, bop, bop. Cool. All right, cool. Depending on what it is, it's probably not a rush because if I needed it done, I would just do it. But if it's something that I can't do, it's going to be done. But like I said, in my experience with my relationships, I haven't I haven't had to deal with too much. Like most of the guys I know immediately already in take care mode with me, so they always make sure I'm covered. Like they got other problems, cheating problems and stuff like that, but they always make sure I'm good. So I don't have those. So I don't have those issues. So like I said, I don't. I'm not like, and I'm just being honest. I'm not that girl. I'll ask you, and if you don't do it, I'll give you a reasonable. Like, all right, I ask you in the morning. We in a whole nother day, probably the afternoon. All right, go ahead. Like, I'm gonna do it because that's just who I am. Like, I ask you because you know me. You know me. I would do it, but you asked when I did it the first time. You got mad that I did it and I didn't ask you, so I asked you to do it. But you also know I know how to do it. So, do I really got to say, babe, can you do it? Babe, can you do it? That's gonna irritate me. I don't got time for that.
Right.
I asked you one time, you didn't do it. Cool. Don't worry about it, babe. It got done. We ain't even about to have that beef. It's not.
But
It's not that. It ain't gotta be that
but
serious.
but after you do it, is there beef that you had to do it?
No, it's no.
Okay,
It's
cool.
more. It's more of, and that's the problem. And that's why I say I'm. I can't say it for nobody else. I'm not like I'm just I don't do that. So
However,
it's
it's
not a beef.
hours after the request.
It's
Listen,
more so of you didn't do it, I did it, and then you're mad that I did it. And it's like, why are you mad, baby? Got done. Well, I told you I was gonna do it. Yeah, I understand, but like we in whole day number two, and it needed to get done. Like you know, it was something I could do, so I just went ahead and did it. Like you, obviously you, because in my mind you were busy, but then don't like I said, I'm not gonna ask you again. Like that's
see,
what I'm not gonna do.
that's that's why that
That's not
becomes a
nagging. I'm
problem.
not gonna ask you,
No,
but then
no,
you
no, no,
like
no.
why?
That's not nagging. That's not nagging. But that's why it becomes a problem that you did it. Because now that you did it, it's like, all right, now I'm not going to ask you to do it no more. See, it's not like it just stops at, oh,
But
well,
like,
she
what's
did
the
it because I
problem?
didn't get
Like,
to
but
it.
that's why. Well, but maybe I'm wrong because I don't understand what the problem is. Because like, if I, like I said, I'm not asking anybody that know me. I'm not asking no bullshit, right? It's something. If I ask you to do something, it's something probably I don't feel like doing, or if I do ask you, it's either probably something I don't want to do, or I know that you want to do, or something that I don't know how to do. So it's one of the two. So like, prime example, if you my man and you tell me, all right, babe, like right now, my gate to my house is broke. My yard gate. I was dating somebody. Nah, we already know. I was dating somebody for however long I was dating him. That gate was going to get fixed. He had somebody that was going to fix it. Year two. Actually, if I'm being quite honest, year three. That gate still broke.
Mm,
So if I call Joe Schmo to come fix this gate, why are we having a problem? Because
sure.
this gate been broke 2 years and it
Sure.
got done.
Right. That's
So why
that
are
falls
we
into the flatter category.
this is why I'm this like that's what I'm saying. I don't ask for like I'm not that person that's gonna keep asking you to do shit. Like most of the people I date is gonna do like, oh babe, I got you and go ahead and do it. Like you see me doing something, you're gonna help me do it. Like that's the guys that I date. They see me doing something like babe, I got you, I'm gonna do it. So like I said, if I ask you and you say you got me, all right, cool. Like even with my roof, he was like, "Oh, I got my people. I'm gonna call him, and he could do your roof for cheap. And he'll do a good job. He do that for a living. Cool. Okay. Guess what? I got my roof done last year. I don't have like we had this discussion. You said X Y Z. I let it slide. And
Okay.
what I said was when we before winter come here, I need it done. That's what I said. So we whole
That's
year
solid
later,
though.
I got that shit done. We're not like who
Yeah.
you. I'm sorry. Like that's the type of person I am. So like when like I said, we ain't arguing over bullshit like that. I'm not
Right.
arguing over goofy shit. We not arguing about goofy shit. I'm not nagging about goofy shit. I ain't like I said. I asked I asked her. You offer once. You don't come through. Cool. I can call somebody. You spent all that money to get that done. Sure did. And guess what? It got done in the time I wanted it to get done. That's where like I'm not about to sit here and like I'm. First of all, if I want to nag somebody, I'll go. If I want to nag them, I'm gonna nag my daughter because that I had her. I don't got time to be. You said you was gonna do. You gave me your word. It didn't happen. It got done. Very simple. Like that's where I'm at. Like I don't got time to be arguing about garbage cans and goofy shit like that. Like we're not doing that because
Mm,
I've been a tomboy for my all 42 years of my life. Me putting shit together, fixing shit, and doing miscellaneous bullshit around the house ain't nothing. If I ask you for something, it's something that needs to get done. And I'm gonna give you the time frame in which I feel like it should be done. A year, that's a lot.
but so that's what I'm saying. Like at that's why I was saying because in the comments, people was like, "Oh, well, you said it takes forever," and then I'm seeing different stuff in the comments. So it's one thing when somebody gives you clear parameters for what they asking for.
Oh, I ain't giving
At
parameter. I
point,
said you said you was
at,
getting it done.
no, 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 no. Clear parameters is fine. Like when you said, I need it done by whatever season. That's really clear parameters.
Yeah,
So if
because
you
it's
don't get it
rainy.
done by then, if you don't get it done by then, you can't be mad that she got it done without you. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
no,
That's
but
on you,
but
dog.
but he complained about how much money he spent,
He was
a couple
wrong. He
thousand
was
dollars
wrong.
on it. I don't give a
He was
goddamn,
wrong.
bitch. I got it
He
done.
was wrong to complain. He lost his right to complain.
That's why I
Plain and
said
simple.
I get nagged in reverse. And now we had the conversation off thing. I got nagged about everything. I'm just sitting there like this is the bullshit.
There's definitely
I be
dudes
in the
who
house
nag.
working.
There's definitely dudes who nag women. Don't get me wrong.
Like I be
Don't
in
get
the
me
house
wrong.
working. I don't even do
That's
nothing.
for
Like
sure.
I got too much shit going on to be on nonsense. Like I said, it depends on
All
the
right.
the caliber of person you talk about.
All right. The chat is losing me a little bit.
What
So, and I'm
happened?
gonna put this because I got that there's more out of survival mode than just finance. But a friend put women take themselves out of survival mode often. All right, well then if you ain't in survival mode, what that got to do with the brother? Like I don't like I'm not understanding.
Who said that? Who what? Women take who said that? Selves out of survival more often.
So
I
then
mean, they
what?
can. I mean,
So
they
then what
can
is?
in the financials. I mean, they can to an extent. I feel like if you in therapy, getting some help, and you financially secure, and you working on you, like you doing the work to better yourself, maybe. But like I don't know. I don't know how to take that.
Me neither. To be
So
honest,
and I'm a
me
woman,
neither.
so like I get it somewhere in here, but I feel like too we can take our I think like we can take ourselves out of survival mode.
Because if that's the
I
case,
mean,
then why
if
then
you're
why wouldn't
financially
it be
secure,
on you?
huh?
If that's just something you do, taking yourself out of survival mode, why wouldn't that be on you?
I mean, it could be on you, but like it's just. I mean,
If, especially if we're saying that the finances is not the biggest deal.
I mean, maybe
Because
mentally taking yourself out of survival
like I
mode by
said,
going to therapy.
I was under the impression that yes, it took more than money, but money was the like if we was to divide it up into pies or bar charts or however you was. I was under the impression that money would be the biggest part, that finances would be the
No,
biggest
I
part.
mean, money is. I wouldn't say a biggest part. I would say it's a part of it because I think
I mean, got to be
mentally
part of it.
is mentally. I think survival mode is a state of mind.
Oh, okay. My bad. My bad. I missed the question. My bad. My bad, chat. I missed this question. Thank you for correcting me. I stand corrected. Apparently, Myron
What?
asked the question: can women take themselves out of survival mode? Okay.
I feel no, but somebody said no. Somebody did say women take them.
Yeah,
Tommy
yeah, 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 yeah.
Banks
Well,
said women
apparently
take
they
them.
were
I feel
responding.
like
Apparently they were responding
mentally.
to a comment from Myron that I didn't see. So
Oh well, no.
I'll take the bag. I'll take the bag on that for not noticing that earlier.
Oh, I feel
I'll
like
take that.
you can if you're talking about mental survival mode because mentally, like I think survival mode is a mental state. It's more like than anything. I mean, yes, financial
Okay.
contributes to that, but if you're
All
financial,
right.
so let's say if you're financially unstable, right? That stresses you out to where it's a mental thing, and it's sometimes when you get so in your head about things, you can't function. You can't function. So maybe, yeah, and like I said, yeah, with therapy, maybe because it's a mental thing to kind of get into a calm place. And I'm in therapy. Hell,
Same.
to survive my life because shit is just crazy. But it's not
I
to.
was not coming for you. I just didn't understand where it came from, and it's because I missed his comment that I did not have the proper context. Once again, that's on
Yeah,
me.
but I guess
I
yeah,
wasn't
but
trying to come from you. It just threw me off. Like, huh?
yeah, but
Because
I
again,
guess
even like Crystal is
what's it,
saying, since we
Cyrus?
was talking about couples,
Cries?
Chris, we that's Crystal.
Oh,
We just
Chris.
call her Crystal.
Oh, that's Chris.
Yeah. So
I know. Jesus, I can't read. No, that's a Y,
as
right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Even as she said, since we was talking about it, like man, woman, couple
Couples.
dynamic, I
Yeah,
didn't know where
that's why
that
it threw
part
me
came
off too.
from, so it threw me off. That's what happened, friend. I didn't realize
Yeah,
that he had asked that question. So again, that's on me. I missed it.
yeah, but I believe you
I
can mentally with
do, I
therapy and like
do.
you know
So you did say something else, Chris, that I kind of rolled my eyes at. What was it?
what.
Oh, Mendo.
Oh, stop acting like men don't be in survival mode. They do.
Oh no, of course, of course.
I think men are in survival
Yeah,
mode almost
it's
every
not
day of their
exclusive.
life.
I'm about to say
Walking out the
I don't think
door,
it's
they outside.
I
They got to
don't
be in survival mode.
I don't at all think it's exclusive to women. But men aren't
Yeah,
the ones that saying, if you take me out of my survival mode, you'll get the best version of me as a man. So that's what I'm saying. Because I heard women say it, I seen women echo,
yeah,
seen women post it. What I really wanted to understand was what does that tangibly mean? Now I know women in the chat when I asked them, they said, oh, well, I didn't tell them what I wanted. Yeah, no, because if I tell you what you want, it's kind of like how y'all say y'all don't answer the when a dude says, "Well, what kind of dude do you like? What kind of guy do you want to be with?" Y'all don't answer that question because that's just telling him who he has to pretend to be. That's just it's giving you the answers to the test. So if I'm just coming out and I just say, "Oh, well, here's what I want," it's easy for you to say, "Oh yeah, I could do that." You know what I'm saying? Like
I don't think.
that's not gonna give me the unique answer of what you know that you as a person provide as a person out of survival mode, like how you, Sonny, you said, in survival mode, I get it done. Out of
Yeah,
survival mode, not only will I get it done, I can now see things so far ahead that I can plan ahead so that not only am I getting it done, I'm getting it done before it hits. That
yeah,
that's a what I'm saying? That's a
yeah,
concrete example of who survival mode is and why if I was a man, I would want to take you out of your survival mode. What the benefit I get in that?
yeah.
That's a direct benefit. And I'm saying I wasn't getting those answers before. I got
Yeah, yeah.
nothing.
That's why I
The
said
answers
tag
I
me in
got
because I
was
got some
nothing,
comments.
nothing. And
But
you did
Myron
what
said something
I did.
I want to answer.
Please do, please do. Tell me where it is so I can
Myron
put it on the
said,
screen too.
Myron said, if it's so, it sounds like y'all need to do that before dating instead of putting that on the man. I don't think it's necessarily put. I mean, it not. See, I feel like it's not necessarily put on the man, right? But it's the I like. It's not necessarily like we. A lot of people, like I said, I'm gonna just say for me, I'm in therapy and I know my work and stuff like that, right? I know what I'm working on within myself to be where I need to be in my life outside of having a man with a man after a man, all these things, right? So for the next person that I meet, I think it's that constant work to work on self because I don't think you never should stop working on yourself, right?
Agreed.
But I feel like if in this season that I'm in right now, where I'm working on adjusting and tweaking some things about myself to move forward to be a better individual going forward and into my next couple years of life, I feel like you can meet and date people during that time, right? It doesn't say that because that's that thing where you say when you work yourself you can't date. And sometimes you find people when you're not even looking for them, and you find the right person in the times where you're not looking for them. So even though I'm not looking for anyone right now, I essentially could stumble across the person that's for me, right?
Hmm.
But and I don't want to put it on him to take me out of survival mode. I think it's a dual thing that needs to happen. It's not necessarily just the man. It's both. We both had to work on it. And if I'm and it's almost like if I'm not gonna say you not because you're in a relationship, but
I get what you're saying,
whoever is not in a relationship. So say it's Joe Schmo,
brother.
I
Brother
meet
man,
Joe
right?
Schmo, and we're both working to be better people. We can work together to be better people and put us in a better mental, spiritual, and everywhere else financial situation that we can grow forward. I think it could be a dual thing because while I'm working on myself, he could be doing whatever he needs to work on himself, and we can still grow together. It's not necessarily put on him, but while he's working on himself and while I'm working on myself, I'm getting in that era of so quote unquote. I don't use getting into my soft era. I know a lot of females say I want to get into my soft era. I just want to get into my peace era, and I want my
Mm,
peace to be my person. But I think that I need to find someone peaceful, just like I want to be peaceful. And it's a lot of unpeaceful people out here that are dealing with trauma. So therapy is a big thing, or whatever you need to do to work on yourself is what you need to do. And I feel like you can do it single, you can do it while dating, and you can do it while with someone, but it's consistently and continually doing it is the thing. It doesn't say that, oh, I'm not, nobody's 100% healed. Everybody's still working through shit. Sometimes you could meet somebody and not understand, and they could trigger a trauma that you didn't even know you had because it's so buried deep that something they do on one day, one argument could just send you to a place and you don't even you
mind
didn't
you,
even
I wasn't
understand that
laughing
could.
at you. Mind you, I
No, you're
wasn't laughing
fine.
at you just now at all. It was a prior
No, but like,
conversation we had with Myron about triggers and all that kind of stuff. So
oh,
good,
but
good
like,
stuff.
yeah, but like something like anything could take you to a place that you didn't even think about, and it's like how many years later after that situation happened and you don't think about it, right?
Hmm.
So I think it's a dual thing. It's not necessarily his requirement. That's why I said I don't think he's required to um get you out of your trauma area. I think it's both of you should be you should be working on it, and if he can assist, that's cool. And maybe he don't know how to do it, but if you're in the process of working on yourself, and he could be that sounding board or be that venting person while you go through what you got to get through to get to where you need to be. Because
Right,
who wants to be with somebody that ain't right or that's going
right.
through something? If you're that's your person, your whole person is going to want to make sure that they're good, and whatever it is that you can do to assist that, you're going to do. It's almost like dealing with somebody that got hit by a car and you're healing them through the process. You can be there to help them heal, but they got to do the healing on their own. They got to do the work to heal, but you can assist me while I'm healing to help me get healed quicker. So I feel like it's that. It's not that you're required. It's that you're not going to watch me struggle. You're going to be here to be a part of my team and make sure we make it because it's me surviving helps us survive. If that makes sense. And
Yeah, that
so
makes plenty of
that
sense.
kind of vibe.
That makes plenty of sense, and I feel like that's a different conversation. I feel like that's
Yeah,
an entirely different conversation. I'm here for teamwork makes the dream
yeah.
work. I come
I'm a work in
completely
progress. I just
understand
got, and you know, I said that triggered thing because something not so long ago happened to me that I didn't even think about. Something that happened way a couple years ago, but it took me to a mental space that was like, damn, I've been here before.
that.
And I wasn't even thinking about it because that's how far gone it was.
Right.
But to like really sit into like, damn, I didn't know that that was going to be like a trigger. And I had to take a sip. I had sat with myself. And when I talked to my therapist on Tuesday, we will be bringing that up because I didn't realize that that was something that I got to work on to, and not necessarily that I have to fix for me, but I have to get clarity and process it and move on from it, right?
Right.
So it won't be something that I bring into anything coming to me later. And that's my goal is to not bring my past traumas to something new. I ain't gonna say I'm gonna be all the way healed, but I'm gonna be a better woman
You're gonna be a
than I
better
am
woman.
right now. I
That's
think
the
I'm an
goal.
okay woman now, but I want to be a better person for hopefully the person I'm going to marry or be in the rest of my life with. So
That's the goal is to be better than who you was the day before.
yeah.
Um, so I don't want to hold things up because you know what I'm saying I'm trying to stay away from 2 hour long videos, although the chat is jumping.
Oh.
Um, they are going
they,
in
I'm looking at
like
the comments.
vampire, yeah. So
Yeah.
let's go because I want to make sure I put a couple of these comments on the screen too. Um, if we're in a couple, we're in survival mode together. I can understand that. Taking me out of survival will allow me to help you take help me will allow me to help you take you out of survival. I hope so.
What happened? Who said that?
Sure hope so. Crystal said that taking me out of survival will allow me to help take you out of survival mode. One would hope so. One would hope so. One would
Hi,
hope
baby.
so. One would hope so.
Hi. Hi.
Should we
No, I
settle for
don't.
the lesser version and then hope that the change comes?
It's
Myron.
not a lesser and that's the way that's a not unpositive way to look at it, right? Because
Right.
it doesn't mean that they are a less than a person or less than. It's just
Right.
that they have more work to do. And to be quite honest, we all got work to do. Nobody is
You
going the
said it.
best version of yourself is somebody that's continually working on self. It's not a place of I worked on myself and now I'm here. No, that's not that. So if you're looking for somebody that's at the best version of themselves and they don't got nothing else to offer, that's not the best person. They chose to remain stagnant. The best version of somebody is somebody that's constantly bettering themselves. It's
She
not a limit.
basically just said what you're saying. It's not the lesser Myron. There should always be room for improvement, and that's the goal. If I'm at work doing a little bit of everybody's job, how can I be the best at my position?
Yeah.
Let
So
me
yeah, it's a constant it's a
take that and
constant
give you
state
the
of
message.
it's a constant state of getting yourself to where you need to be. It's not a goal and that's the end.
So, all right, I'm gonna put this comment from Myron up, but I don't agree with it. But I get where he's going.
Is
Men don't
Marvin in
withhold
therapy? I got
anything.
questions. Do
We
you believe in
are,
therapy?
we are. He does believe in therapy. I don't know if he's in there,
Okay.
so I'll let him answer that. We are who we are. We're not hiding a better version of ourselves until you come through with something. So I don't agree with the tone and spirit of the comment
Yeah.
because but I do actually get where he's saying what he's saying, right? And I think that's the problem. I think that's the problem with the conversation is the energy and the spirit around it makes it makes it seem as if
You're less than.
yeah, not even so much the less than because I don't agree with the lesser part, but it makes it seem like somebody is holding back up until you take everything off their hands. Like
And I don't think it's holding back.
it's one thing to acknowledge that, you know, once I'm freer to do all these other things, that I'll be freer to do all these other things for you. Like I get that part of the conversation. But I just think that when a conversation, like most conversations, I just think when it's not held in good faith, like when it's used, when this whole, taking you out of your taking you out of your survival is like, um is like a carrot, you know what I'm saying, that's supposed to motivate this man to come in and be Superman.
Yeah.
I think
No.
that's kind of, I don't think it's giving the right
Yeah.
vibe, because then it's kind of like, well, kind of like what we've been saying. We've been talking about working on ourselves, improving ourselves, and how two people could do that together, or how if a man is already at this point and he could do that for a woman, it helps her get to that point. She can feed back into him.
But can
Cool.
I ask a
That
question?
feels like a different conversation. Sure,
Yeah, but so intention and how we take things are very so
that's a
the way
fact.
that was
That's a
so
fact.
the way that was presented doesn't mean that that's the way it was intended to be took, or the way it was taken, right? Like it's a character
Hmm.
say, hey, do this and it's going to be better. I don't think it was. From my perception, I didn't take it as it was like a carrot saying, here, come get this and it's going to be better. I felt like it was a thing to seek understanding, like you said, to have this show to understand what that meant, right?
And
Because
I
I feel
disagree
like
with you.
even it. So, and I
I
mean,
don't think it
maybe, but I
was.
feel like
I
too.
think
But I
I
feel like
think now
too.
we are able to have the conversation, so it opens the
Yeah,
floor, because
but I feel
somebody
like too.
decided
It's
to. But we haven't heard this conversation nowhere else. Not just because I'm a good podcaster, but because
yeah,
but because that's the problem, right? Is it is meant as a carrot. It is meant as like, okay, well, if this man comes and does this for me, then then this man
but
can
that's probably somebody
enjoy
that
the
doesn't think
fruits
that
of
they
the
need to do a
labor.
part of the job.
That's the energy
That's
that
I
it
mean that's I
creates.
mean like I said, it's just like you're like I said, perspective. That's somebody's perspective that other people share. But like I said, from my perspective, I get it. I like I said, you said you understand his comment. I understood it, but I also know that it takes two to work on it. Like I like mainly the person that needs to work on themselves, but also like I said, as my partner, you want me to be better. So you're gonna assist in my growth the same way I would assist in your growth, right? And I feel like that makes the whole household healthy, especially when there's kids involved. It makes a better parenting because you can focus more. It makes it full circle. It makes everything better. And I don't think it's just for women. I think it's just for men too. It makes
Sorry.
when you're at a place that you can be at peace, it makes life so much better.
Okay.
And like,
I want to address something in the comment right quick. The question. So apparently, uh, now me asking what the man gets out the deal adds negativity. I don't think so. You're saying that. Uh, 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 you're saying that if I do something for you, I'm supposed to get the best version of you. And when I'm saying what the man gets out of the deal, like the question is specifically, what does this best
oh, it makes
version
it sound transactional.
entail? You see what I'm saying? So I guess that's how they made it feel like it. But I'm thinking it is transactional,
But
right?
that's
You're
why I
saying
said the
if I
person
do
who
something
who wrote
for
it.
you, you're saying if I do something for you, then I get something from it. And what I'm asking is, what is it that I'm getting? You know what I'm saying? If
Yeah,
you tell me I do something and I get a gift, my question is, what is the gift? That's basically
yeah,
what it is. What does the gift entail? I got nothing. These are the three answers I originally got. Nothing, nothing, and I get what you get.
yeah.
Right? And
Well,
and,
yeah,
and while those are answers in themselves, and while those answers come with whatever they come with, the thing that I was saying is nobody's telling me anything specific, which is why I
yeah,
brought this comment here to see if I can get somebody to specifically say this,
yeah,
this. You
and give you ideas on
specifically
what they're talking
with
about.
your
Yeah,
example, without me having to tell you what men want or tell you what I want. You gave me an example of Sonny does this anyway in survival mode. But if Sonny's out of survival mode, this version of Sunny does this way better at this rate and does that.
Yeah,
that's really what I was looking for to begin with.
yeah. And I feel like if you're, yeah, I feel like we should be able to support each other. Like I'm reading some of the comments, and I feel like I get how it can sound transactional, right? But like I said, it was whoever wrote this. I think that they probably weren't in the mindset of it being work for the woman to work on herself. Yes.
Mm.
Hi. He's gonna keep talking to me. Okay. My son wants me to know that he's here. But I'm trying to get him
So we're
not
gonna
get on
have
camera.
another conversation. We're gonna have another conversation at another point because this led to a point in my conversation which I just thought my friend was crazy when she said it. But she said, and this will be a teaser for an episode down the road, folks. So we having this whole conversation about taking a woman out of survival mode, so forth, so on, right? And she said that she believes, and again, we're not having this conversation tonight. It's a minute, it's an hour and 45. Um, I wanted you to be at your best in survival mode too. Like I wanted that the best version of yourself while you were in survival mode. Keish, to answer your question, I wanted the best version of you and whatever that meant. Because again, apparently whatever you was giving me in survival mode can't be devalued just because you were in survival mode. So yes, I want you to be at your best. But again, what does that mean? What does that look like? That is the question. And nobody gave me anything specific.
Oh, sorry.
So, back to what I was about to tease for the next conversation, which hopefully y'all and some other women will be here for.
Hi.
She said that in this situation, right?
Hi.
And we're going to say it's more than just money. Man takes the lady out of survival mode. It is his privilege to do so. It is a privilege for a woman to allow a man to come in and take over and run everything and make her life easier. It is a privilege for him. We are not getting into this tonight. That is just a teaser for another conversation we will have further down the road. Is it a privilege for a man to make his woman's life easier? Thank you
Well,
all
I'm
so
gonna be here
much,
for that. Well, not
ladies.
here,
Well,
but I'm gonna be in the comments for
yeah,
that one.
I hope so. I
I might slide
hope
through up in
so.
the video. We'll see.
Hey, you always welcome. You always welcome. You always welcome. But again, I'm not gonna give my thoughts on it because we gonna save that for another time.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Kenya, man, you coming right when I'm wrapping things up, bro. Damn. But thank
Fired.
you
Telling me he's
all
fired.
for showing up. He
Fired.
man,
I
he
know
get
you,
my
but you're fired.
notifications so bad. He like they between me and his notifications, Facebook be doing us dirty. Um, but thank you all for joining the chat. Ladies, whether I agree with your point of view or not, whether y'all agree with my point of view or not, I appreciate everybody who came in and contributed.
So thank you for letting me
Crystal,
join.
thank you for even coming on keeping me company, keeping the conversation going, showing your face because you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I know not everybody be camera ready on regular days of the week that we don't record. So
And I was watching Big Brother, so I had to wait till Big Brother went off. So I'm like, I'm coming.
so I appreciate you, you know what I'm saying? But definitely, you know what I'm saying? Myra, my guy, top chatter.
Yeah,
Keish the
Myron, I got
sponsor.
questions, comments, and concerns.
Keish the sponsor. Who else? Tommy, new friend, my homegirl. You know what I'm saying? And did I miss anybody? Did I get y'all all? I think I got y'all all. If anybody I forgot, blame it on the head, not the heart, because I appreciate all your contributions. Once again, I just want to announce Philly Podcast Link Philly Live, October 29th. We will be back with another live show, but it's really going to be interactive game night and a celebration. It's an all black festivity type situation. So make sure y'all slide for that. You know what I mean? Reach out to us for the tickets. We'll make sure to get them to you. And of course, it is again October 29th from 6 to 10 at the Extra Designs Event Studio 1890 Woodhaven Road. I will start putting up more posts so y'all can see. And yeah, hopefully we'll see y'all there. Um, we'll be back here next Thursday. Man, my goal is to be here at 9 every Thursday so that we can continue to keep this thing going and growing. Pause. If you want to be part of the Lifeline on Facebook, just let me know. I will add y'all. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no thing but a chicken wing, and we're gonna continue to grow together as a community. Once again, shout out to GFT Radio. Shout out to Sunny. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to
Mhm.
Podcast Link Philly. Shout out to everybody who was in the chat. Shout out to Mimi, the goddess, in her absence on hiatus. Shout out to our sponsor who was in the chat,
Mimi.
Keish with the K. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the lifers. And
Hi.
shout out to my brother A.C.E. That's who he always be. As I always say, be smart, be respectful, be patient, be kind to as many people as you possibly can. I know some people gonna make that impossible. That's cool. Forget about it. Just make sure every single day to be kind to yourselves because you cannot pour out of an empty cup. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. I mean that from the muscle. And y'all have be safe, stay dangerous, have a blessed night, and hopefully we all get to see each other tomorrow. Peace.